we will now demonstrate how we can connect to the Filecoin network. Basically, the only requirement is first we need to install a Filecoin client, and that is only possible at the moment by using the Lotus client. So the most effective way to install the Lotus software or the Lotus client is basically compile and generate the binary directly from the source code. So we will demonstrate that right now. So first thing is we will try to clone the source code directly from the GitHub repository. So let's try to do that. Okay, so it's now downloading the branch. This is the master branch. So the next step is we will try to compile and generate the corresponding binary. So let's try to do that. Okay, so what it does basically is first, it will try to download all the dependency. So if you will notice, it's now downloading the dependency. By the way, the Lotus client that we are using now was written in the Go language. So that's why you can see here, it's downloading all the Go dependency to be able to successfully compile. So while waiting, it will take a little bit of time. So while waiting, let's look at the testnet right now. So this is the testnet network. You can see all the statistics right now. This is actually a live statistics from the existing how many blocks it has. So you can see here the block height. We have also the last block was generated just 25 seconds ago. Okay, so we can monitor all the activity of the testnet network of the Filecoin from this dashboard. Okay, so let's try to go back to our source code compilation. Okay, so it's completed. So the next step, since it has already compiled and generate the binary, now we will try to install the binary into our system. Okay, so what we can do is install. Okay, so we have successfully installed. We can basically verify that we have successfully installed the software or the Filecoin client by checking the version. So if you can see here, we are using Lotus version 0.4.1. This is the latest version based on the latest source code coming from the GitHub repository. So now we have successfully compiled and installed the binary, and we now have access to the Lotus CLI. We will now start to connect to the Filecoin network by starting our daemon or server, local server. So we will do that. Okay. So now it will try to connect to the network, and it will basically synchronize our block data, our local block data from the system. So it generates all the certificates to be able to join the network. Okay. Now we will try to open a new window so that we can interact with the blockchain or the Filecoin network. So the first thing is, first let's check how many miners is active at the moment in the Filecoin network. So we can check on the Lotus state. We call it the state of the Filecoin network. So let's check. Okay, so this command will list the available miners right now. Okay, so at the moment, since this is only a test network, we have 3 active miners. And we will check also the actors, the list of actors. So when we say actors, it refers to, in Ethereum context, actors are equivalent to the Ethereum smart contract. Okay, so let's try to check. Okay, so you can see here, we have a couple of smart contracts already deployed and installed in the network. We can actually check information about a certain miner. So for example, here we have T01001. We can get information about a specific miner by basically checking the miner information. So we can do that. So okay, and then you specify the ID of the miner. Let's say T01001, and you can check the peer ID and also the sector size of the miner. Okay, now let's say we have the actors, we have the list of miners. Now let's say we want to check the list of peers or the available nodes that is running at the moment. So we can do that. So we say net peers, and then you can list down. Okay, so if you will notice, we have a total of 119 available peers connected to the network right now. Okay, now if you notice, we still have the synchronization ongoing, so we can basically check what is the progress of the synchronization. Okay, so we issue a Lotus sync status. That means we want to check the synchronization status with our node and the remote network. Okay, so you can see here our existing current height we're already running under 3 minutes and 35 seconds. We have 92,000 as our current height, and there's a difference of 157,548 blockchain entries. So still ongoing. It might take a while to actually complete. Okay, so right now, if you notice, we only have 1 active worker because that is the designated configuration that we have. So it's just 1 worker doing the synchronization. So if you have a more powerful setup, more powerful machine, you can have multiple worker performing the synchronization status. Okay, so first thing is the very important thing when we want to join the network is we will create a wallet. So the wallet basically contains our tokens, the field tokens. Field token is the currency, internal currency, or the virtual currency used by the Filecoin network. Okay, so first let's try to create a wallet. Okay, so we will say we will create a new wallet. Okay, now I will be given a wallet address. So this will be my wallet address. Now, if you want to inquire about the balance of a specific wallet, okay, so we do wallet balance and then specify the address, which is basically the address that we have earlier. Okay, so right now it's still showing 0. It might sometimes, once you receive the token or the field token, it might not be reflecting the actual value right away because it will depend on the synchronization progress. That's why you can see here, there's a warning, may display 0 if the chain synchronization is still in progress. Okay. Now, under the test network, basically you can add a virtual field token through the faucet. So faucet, something like you can generate your own token and then assign to a specific wallet. Since this is a test net, that is possible, but once we go to the main net, the only way you can earn a field token is either you buy, you purchase, or somebody will transfer the field token to your wallet, or you perform a mining. Okay. So in the meantime, since we are in the testnet, we will try to demonstrate how we can actually add a field token to our wallet. So let's go to the faucet. So this is the testnet faucet. If you can see here, we can create a miner. We can send the funds. So in this case, we'll try to send the funds to the wallet that we have created. Okay, all we have to do is just specify the address that we have earlier. Remember, we have created a new wallet, and this is the address. So we will send funds. Okay, so this is the transaction ID after the transaction. So if we go back to our network and then try to inquire, okay, it may again, it's still showing 0 because we have not completed the synchronization process. But if this is in a mainnet or we have successfully 100% synchronized our node, it should show here whatever is the token balance. Now, another thing that we can do once we have our own node is we can also list available wallets that's registered in our node. Okay, so right now it's just basically showing 1, but let's say we want to add 1 more. Okay, and then we will do a wallet list again. You can see now there's 2 wallets. In the Filecoin, there are 2 kinds of wallet. The one is the regular wallet, that's the one we have created right now, and the other one is called the BLS wallet. The BLS is a kind of algorithm, encryption algorithm that is used by the Filecoin network to be. The BLS wallet basically is used for it's the wallet used by the mining machine. So if you want to be a miner, you will be using the BLS wallet to actually store all your winning tokens. Okay. So first thing, if you want to perform a mining, let me show you first. If you want to create a miner, here, let's go back to our screen. So if you want to create a miner, you can go to, right now, you can go to the fountain and then create the miner. So there are a few things that you need to specify. First, you need to specify your sector size. Right now, it's 32 gig and 64 gig. Maybe later they can add. And then we have to get the address of the owner of the mining system. So there are steps that we need to perform first before we can create the miner. So let's try to do that particular steps. Let's go back to our CLI here. Okay, so first let's try to create a BLS wallet, which is we will be using for our mining. So to do that, instead of creating a wallet new, just like the regular wallet, this time we specify that this is a BLS wallet. Okay. Now, one thing that you will observe is the BLS wallet is much longer address compared to the regular wallet. Now we can see the difference here if we go to the Lotus wallet list. You can see here this is a BLS wallet, and these are the regular wallet. Okay. Now we will create a actor ID for our mining machine by using our BLS wallet. So let's go back to the faucet. Okay, so we specify here the new BLS wallet we have. This is basically to identify that this particular wallet is the owner of this mining machine. Okay, so let's create a miner. Okay, so this actually takes a little bit of time. So in the meantime, what we can do is you will be given a gas funds at the same time the miner actor. So this is your smart contract. So every time you, like if there's a new order for storing or retrieving a file, this particular smart contract, if you win or if you serve a file for retrieval, this particular actor or smart contract will be initiated. So this is your own mining actor or smart contract. This actually takes a little bit of time. So what we can do is just probably wait a little longer. Okay, so let's go back to our console. Now, this time, we will now create a miner using our actor and the owner wallet ID. So what we can do is, now we will create a, okay. So the command line for the storage miner, storage miner means it's either storing the file. Okay, so what we can specify the actor. Remember, we have the actor earlier, so we will just copy that one. Okay, so this is our actor. So we have to include this in the command here. So we say actor is this one. And then at the same time, we have to specify also the wallet or the BLS wallet. So who is the owner of this miner? So remember here we have our BLS wallet specified. Okay. So we'll just copy this one. Oh, sorry. We have to say let's try to do that. I missed one parameter. Okay. This is the actor ID. Okay. Now we are initiating our miner, initializing the miner. Okay. Now this will only take effect After the initialization is complete, so let's also check on the other hand. It's still processing. So this actually takes a while. Basically, it's still negotiating to the blockchain or to the Filecoin network. So anyway, this will take a little bit a while because once you initiate a miner, what it does, it actually tries to synchronize with the network. So you can see here, it's a very, very large file. So you can see here, we are processing up to 44 gigabytes of data from the network. Okay, so this will take a while, but once this is completed, then you now have a storage miner running. And remember, you have your actor ID. Can see here. Okay, so this is the actor ID. This will actually accept, this is the smart contract that accepts the order. And then you also have your BLS wallet that will actually receive the winning field token. Okay, so again, this will take a while. I will not continue until it's completed. But the idea is once this completes, you now have a miner running on this particular node. Now, depending on how much hardware you have, you can have multiple workers running to perform as a different, it can basically accept different mining activities. So you have multiple workers running. So it actually speeds up your mining activity. But then again, the more worker you have, the more hardware it is required. Okay, so this is it. We are now initializing our miner, but it just simply takes so much time to complete. Okay. Now, in the meantime, while this is synchronizing, we basically cannot wait it to complete. It might take maybe hours or a few minutes. So I just want to demonstrate one more thing. So in the concept of Filecoin, we have the concept of the power. Power means how much storage did you pledge to the network or commit to the network. So the bigger the power that you have, the more chances that you will win the lottery of mining a specific block in the Filecoin. So if we want to check right now, how much power does the testnet have, we can basically check. Okay, so if you look at right now, the testnet has a 33 terabytes power, meaning 33 terabytes of storage allocated. Now remember, earlier I showed you how many miners we have. Let's check that again. Okay, so we have 3 miners. Now, if I want to check this particular miner, how much power it has, basically this command here is the total for all the miner. But if you want to inspect the power of only a specific miner, we can do that. So what we can do is, let's say I want to check this particular T01001 miner, how much power he has. So we can do that is power and then the miner ID. For example, let's say a T01002. So if I press the power, it says this particular miner has 11.25 terabytes, meaning this particular miner has 33.33% of the total 33.75 terabytes. That means in theory, it has 33.3% chances of winning versus the remaining other miners. So depending on how much power you have or how much storage you commit to the network, the more power you have means the more chances that you will win in the Filecoin network. Okay, so and also we can check the sectors. Okay, so what we can do is sectors. We can check. Now we have to specify the miner ID. So for example, how many sector does the miner P01001? Here, you can see the information. Okay, so again, very important here is, let's clear the screen first. Very important is the more power you have, meaning the more storage you commit to the network, you have the more chances of winning the lottery ticket. Okay, but remember, there are two kinds of mining in the Filecoin network. One is the storage, means you are storing information into the IPFS network Filecoin, and the other one is the retrieval, which is retrieving of the file. So it depends on how you want to earn the Filecoin. Either you want to perform storage mining or you want to perform a retrieval mining. Now, if you want to perform storage mining, it performs a snark computation, so it requires a powerful GPU. Okay, so those are different requirements which we discuss in a separate video that we have on the general overview for the Filecoin. So it's a separate video that we will be uploading to our website. Okay, so that's it. Now, if we go back to our miner that we have initialized, it's still processing. Okay, but the concept is basically you have. Okay, so let's check also the sync status. So it's still processing at the moment. Okay, we're already running 23 minutes and 10 seconds. So it's still synchronizing. And if earlier we have created this regular wallet, definitely it still show wallet balance for this is still 0 because we have not completed the synchronization process yet. Okay, so that's it. So that's how to join, how to create a mining node, and how to join or query the Filecoin network. By the way, this is testnet. So basically, the Filecoin has several networks right now. They have the calibration DevNet, they have the Butterfly, each with different purpose. But if you want to test the almost production level of environment, it will be the testnet. And this is the testnet that we are using right now. Okay, so thank you very much for watching.